Hey guys, David here at the training center. I'm going to go over some single leg defense into our guillotine and our Kimura arm trap. All right, I got Ken here. He's going to enter in on a single leg. So he comes in, he starts to get up, and a good single leg here, you know, he's got the head on the inside. For me, to get what I want, I like to push the shoulder here as I push the head out to the side. This will help me set up my guillotine, all right? So whether or not he's got this foot in or out is fine. And then I go around the neck. My free hand is gonna then grab my choking arm hand as I start to squeeze and lift the elbow. Cool? Get the tap from there. Now we have another variation where he enters in, okay? Boom, same situation. My hand's ready for the shoulder here as I push, and then I push the head out. Again, around the neck, grab, and then this time, let's say we end up on the ground. So he decides to dump me, right? I'm gonna go with it. I keep the leg inside here, or wherever it ends up is fine. And I'm gonna tilt to my side as much as I can as I throw this leg over his back so he doesn't jump over to the other side. As long as I have this head trapped nice and deep, all I need to do is secure the finish the same way I did from the standing position. All it takes is a nice squeeze here as I pull my choking arm hand, squeeze, and then I lift this elbow here, and that's all it takes. All right, so he enters in on the single leg. I immediately start to defend, push the head out, wrap his head. Let's say this time I get the arm in. It's gonna be the same finish as before. I'm grabbing my hands. He decides to take me down. I'm ready for it. So I pull him down with me as I throw this leg over, and now I just squeeze and lift. And the grip that I'm getting here is essentially just right here. I go 4 fingers around my hand on the outside, squeezing the elbow to the hip, and I'm lifting here as I get my squeeze. Okay, so he enters in, get my defense, wrap, and this time I'm going without the arm. So I'm just going around the neck here, grab him in the hand. He dumps me, I go with it, pull his head down as I throw this leg over, and then I get my finish. So we also have our Kimura trap. He'll enter in on the single leg. Again, I'm blocking the shoulder here so I can assist the head push out. Let's say he keeps this head tight, and it's hard for me to get this arm around the head for the guillotine. Let's say this elbow is kind of wide. It's leaving this wide open for us for our Kimura trap. Okay, even if it is a little wide, I'll still place my hand on the elbow just so I can get my arm through. As soon as I get my arm through, I'm looking to grab his wrist as I grab my own for our Kimura trap. Now I'm simply looking to hop forward next to his nearest foot on the outside as I sit to my butt and I take him over. As soon as we end up here, if he keeps his hands locked, I'm just gonna pull with my Kimura trap and kick my leg out to break that. Now, depending on what he does, right, I'm still gonna do the same motion here. So I'm looking to hip out, do a hip heist as I get to my knees, okay? And I wanna keep control with this Kimura trap, keep it close to his body. I wanna keep this bend in the elbow as much as I can. Now, if he stays on his side here, there's a couple things I can do. First, I'm gonna step over with my foot over his head, and I'll pull it in, I'll drag it in so it's nice and tight. Then looking to step up with my back foot, and then sit back to my butt as I pull this in nice and tight to my chest. Now we're in our armbar position here, and we're simply just going to kick this out to break that grip, as I pull this arm back with me and finish with our arm bar. Hand comes inside, grab his wrist, grab my wrist. Hop next to his foot as I sit down, launch him backwards. If he's holding on still, I pull, kick, hip heist, get to my knees. If he turns to his side here, I'm looking to step over his head, pull it in, get up on my other foot, and I want to stay in this low squat position so I can sit down into my arm bar, keeping adequate pressure on his head, either by straightening or pulling this in all the way. Now, my next goal here is to break this grip he has. One common way you can do that, it's pretty simple and easy. Get your heel inside the crook of the elbow, kick it out. That should be enough pressure there to kick that out, to break it open. And then I take the arm bar, switching my grip at the end, hipping in, getting the tap. All right, Ken enters in on the single leg, prepared, push the head out, pull the elbow, get my Kimura arm trap, hop through, sit down, kick him over. Looking to break this. As soon as I do, go to my hip heist, walk up, get him to his side, step over. As soon as I step over, I'm looking to pull this up, break this grip, and then once I get the hand behind his back here, I want to keep it glued, all right? From here, I'm looking to switch my stance. So I essentially just bringing my knee down in front of his face, and then I'm bringing this knee up so that my other foot's on the ground. That'll allow me to then apply pressure and slide his hand up his back until I get the tap. So another variation is our guillotine to sumigaeshi. So I got Ken here, he's gonna enter in on our single leg here. I block the shoulder, push the head out, and go straight to my guillotine. Whether it's arm in or arm out, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna look to kind of like pull guard, and then I'm gonna take him back with me and end up in our mount position with our guillotine here. Now to finish, I'm simply looking to pull my left elbow to my hip as I squeeze in. Ken enters in on the single leg, block the shoulder, push the head out, straight to my front headlock as I lock in the guillotine here. I'm gonna look to bring this foot on the outside if it's down the middle. If I can get it out, I'll bring it out and I'll just hook the leg here. Next, I'm just gonna hop through, sit down on my butt, roll backwards as I end up in the mount position. And then I'm looking to just bring my left elbow in as I squeeze and hip in as I get the tap. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're in the area. Come in and train.